Right, and here we go. We're going live into the final game. Hello all. Thank you for joining us. So here we are. We've got Stramra. I've had a look at them. I would say that they shade this. Would definitely say that they're shading this on quality. So we're going to see how we do versus them. We've got a new setup here today, so hopefully I'll be spotting the chat a bit quicker because it's directly in front of me now. And hello and welcome all. I hope you're having a good Monday. So here we go, all ready to go. Let's give this a click, and we'll keep an eye on how we're doing in this game. Stranraer probably would be pretty strong if they were in Division 3 from what I've seen of the other Division 3 teams. So I'm gonna have to see how we do. We've got a lot of money still. We're going to see how we start in Division 3. Then maybe we're going to make some signings based on that. Yeah, go Hereford indeed. I've got dug a white t-shirt out just for this. So it's the most Hereford thing I can find. And we've got Vincent Jones, Captain Jones, starting for us. We've got some other people that we potentially could put as captain if needed, but I'm hoping that he's going to be the catalyst that's going to push us on. Right, that's not good. Richard Naylor, he's only scored 1 goal in pre-season. And he's just taking a little knock. We're going to get Steve West on. Steve West is the little pacey striker to go with our units. So don't say that I don't learn. We're still going long ball. We know exactly what we're about. Over under on Vinnie Jones red cards this stream. With the aggression only being down to 19, he's mellowed a bit. I'd like to think that we could keep him below 2. I'd like my goal, because like I said, we're going to go for a bit longer today. We're going to do 2 hours. I'd like to maybe get in 10 games minimum. Right, Steve Longworth, someone that we're probably going to have a look at upgrading on. Let's get John Shirley on there for the time being. So Shirley for Longworth. I won't be the only person who does this. Let's keep nicking. Vinnie Jones is already on a yellow, so I like to take the final game, the final pre-season game, pretty much as serious as I can. We're going to give Vinnie... We're going to give him another 20, and then we'll get Brown on for him. Brown is the mentor to Vincent. Now that he's captain, we will be calling him Vincent throughout. I don't think anyone's ever referred to Vinnie Jones to Vincent in person, have they? I certainly wouldn't. So, Ian Wright, by the way, for those who were with us last week, new contract has stalled at the minute. We're trying to get him in. Let's hope Vinny doesn't take it as serious. He is playing as 6, so he's doing a good job. This is his first game for us. So the two games that it shows that he's played in his profile were both for Stoke. I'm going to make a little... We're going to get to 65, and we're going to make some changes. So I was really pleased with the signing of Nick as well, Nick Crittenden. He had no interest in signing for us when he was still at Chelsea, but as soon as he left Chelsea, we brought him in on a trial. Oh, Jones with a strike. Jones is getting about. Found myself drawn back into Football Manager PS6 recently, so I think I'll play a little of my Farnborough save while watching Hereford's Road to Glory. How are you finding it now, Stuart? I tried to have a go and I couldn't get into it. Right, I think we're going to get John on for Norman. Let's get Vinny off for Brown. I'm trying to sell Tony James, so I'm going to leave him off. We're going to get Nick off. Here is Nick. So he's not got any completely outstanding parts, but he's got a lot of 9s, 10s, and higher. I think he could be pretty good. My worry is his crossing and his passing. Although compared to some of the people we've got, he's basically a star. So only 757 here shows we're not a draw. I'm very pleased with this regen goalkeeper we've grabbed as well. Look, Stephen McKay. So handling 12, reflexes only 8, agility is only 4, but for the time being, he is our best goalkeeper. If you compare him to Frank was 7, 7, and 15, so he's very agile, but that's basically it. That's basically all he's got. I've got one of their goalkeepers now on my watch list. Now that Vinny has signed with your team, is the whole squad going to be screening a screening of Lock, Stock, to Smoke and Barrett? Would it have been him out by now? I can't remember when that came out. It feels like such a long time ago, doesn't it? Oh, Steve West lets the ball drop. I was like, is this going to be the Steve West show? Since SI patched it, it's certainly been improved since the shambles long. My problem was that, and I will have said this on one of the videos, I found it just so slow to play. I put it on, I played like 3 hours, and I don't think I enjoyed 1 second of it. Everything around the games just feels... Right, Naylor's out for 10 days. That's not too bad. Right, we're coming here. We've still got 325k. Most of this has been spent on signing on fees. I didn't show this guy, but I'm very pleased with this guy as well. Where's my other centre-back? It's not right. It's here. It's Hobbs. So, Hobbs, coming from Bristol. Pace 16, tackling 18, strength 15, good teamwork, good technique, great work rate, jumping. Heading could be better. He's probably not going to get as many goals as Evans. Right. Are we going to get... I don't even remember going in for Leighton Maxwell. York's Tony Richards has agreed terms with Livingston. That's a good signing for Livingston, who are now in the same division as Stranraer. Getting Dennis Wise in the Crazy Gang days. Can you imagine being in that dressing room? Whose suit was it that they set someone's suit or someone's trainers on fire, didn't they, when they signed? Was it Holdsworth? Every time I boot up the new EAFC games, instant ignite, and I rush back to FIFA 17 to 20, the golden era. Yeah, they are very popular, 17 to 20, aren't they? Michael Stewart. So I think we got an offer in for him. One of the problems that I've had is a lot of the regens that I've gone for have ended up at bigger teams. But we've managed to bring in James. So James is coming in. Look, he's not a regen, but he's potentially going to be in contention. We've got Jason Dazelle here, but he's just got no interest in signing. Right, James Gallagher has come in though. I'm pleased with that. I wished I'd managed to get him in more in pre-season. I'm gonna have to have a look at getting some of the youngsters into the reserves. Right, Paul Armstrong. I think we've moved beyond Paul. He must have been one of our targets from last year. I'm going to leave him on though. Crossing 18. This is probably what I liked about him. Right, Kingsley Black. Maybe. Let's give him 4 weeks. I'd like to try him in the... Right, what have we got here? Oh, it's the instant result button that's helped speed the season up. The match engine is very good. My biggest issue is probably the overall layout of the UI. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want instant match, but I feel like playing the matches is the key part. Right, Paul has been released. We're going to get Paul. We're going to get a little trial in for him. Ah, here we go. These are my main targets. I'm not even going to offer him... Oh, I was going to say, I was just going to try and... Right, slow down, because with some of these youngsters, I was going to say they will sign for that. Let's try and get Robert in on trial. He would be a nailed-on starter for us. We've reached the stage where teams are just dumping players left, right, and centre. It seems like Neil Armstrong. He was one of the players that I put on my list to be my potential goalkeeper upgrade. Right, when is Carlisle? Is that Saturday? It's gone crazy, the transfer market. Oh, we're 3 days away, yeah, so it's Saturday. No, Ampadu has disappeared still. So let's go back on my short list. He's, let's just check I've not got this filtered. Yeah, he's at the minute, he's disinterested in signing for me. As are so many. Right, let's have a look at, let's get this back on expiring. What filter have I got on here? That's when I was chasing attacking midfielders. I think what I need to do is I need to school it with the new signings, and we'll just need to play 3 games and see how we're betting. And we've got so many people here that we've brought in. We've gone to a massive squad. Hereford reserves have at least had a bit of a play. Look, Robert's come in straight into a 7. Right, Robert, though, we can offer a contract to. Let's see. No interest in negotiating terms. Let's try and move in this important. I'm just going to offer him that. See what he says. Gareth McInaden. He looks pretty decent, doesn't he? Let's get him on our list. He doesn't fit our strength pattern. Did you ever manage Milan during the Baresi era? I did. I played, one of the last times I played this 2-player, I played against a friend of mine who does sometimes watch the stream. So hello, James, if you are watching. And we played, he was Juve, I was AC. Well, let's get Paul off to the reserves. Let's get Kingsley off to the reserves. I don't think I'm going to end up using Dale Christian now. He is only here until December. Tell you what, let's put him in the reserves for the time being. Let's get him off my shortlist first. Let's get him in the reserves. Let's get James in the reserves. Cade, we're going to keep around for the time being. We're going to see how we start. Brown can go to the reserves for now. I'd like to have a much more streamlined squad than we've got here. I remember Dejan Savicevic was amazing in that game. Right, so Brown is going to be one of our subs. Gallagher is going to be one of our subs. And who am I going to get? Let's go West. West is going to start, actually. Let's get McGovern. McGovern, if needed, could go into midfield. So here we go. Opening day. Ian Wright is banned, so we're not ready to go. I think Brown's going to come in at centre back then. And now I'm like, oh, I've just fired a load of defenders off to the reserves. Don't think I'm going to use Ellis. Let's try and sell Ellis. What I find what happens though is I fire a load of people onto the transfer list, and they'll have interested teams straight away, but then no one will come in for them. This is what happened with all the reserves. Instant results helps with the dead rubber games. I don't tend to use it, but if survival has been secured, I've failed to reach the playoffs, then it's an instant sulk. Okay, no one understands sulk speed more than me. Right, Carlisle, let's see what they're doing. They're continuing with a bit of short football. Got Wayne Bridges, right? They've got a much better team than us. So I feel justified with my regens and my long ball. Oh, it's Brown. I was going to say, was that as if Vinnie Jones had got a yellow card 2 minutes into the game? I would have been impressed. It would have been so on brand for him. How do you feel about signing Trevor Benjamin for a period of about a week? I'm still upset by it. I felt that was going to be an absolute incredible signing. But yeah, it is not to be, sadly. Not managed to tempt any other huge. I think the fact that we're an English team, I've got the wrong mouse here. I think the fact that we were an English team and he was unhappy was what helped that. I think otherwise we'd not have had a chance. If I'd known what was going to happen, I wished I'd just tried to buy him. But 30 minutes in to our Division 3 debut, we've got the benefit that we were already professional. I presume that they've just gone down, Hereford. But I'm pretty happy with this. New goalkeepers playing. They've got Epstein Bards in. How is that fair? This guy's been on a FIFA cover. But yeah, this is okay. This is okay. I'd take this. Absolutely take this. If we get to half-time, I'll be in the FA being like, look, I want half a point for being drawing at half-time. Oh, Mackay's needed to parry one there. So we nearly didn't even get my dubious half point. But I would say, good crowd as well, 5,000. Thank you for your attendance all. It's great to be back at this level. Brown is the captain apparently here. Not happy about that. Let's get Vinnie on. Might cool him down a bit. Right, let's get James Gallagher on for Darryl Russell. Russell, we're going to push back, I think, for Longworth. So, Darryl Russell, Longworth switch places. James Gallagher on for Longworth. So, my thinking with Gallagher is a bit of a stronger lad. He's only got flair of 8, but then I'm not looking for flair from my from my attacking midfielders. I'm looking for buying fouls. I'm looking for high arms. I didn't say elbows. I said high arms. We're looking for competitiveness, combativeness. I've run out of C's. Handball. Another save from the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's come in. This is his professional debut. So I also stiffed him as well on the fact that I said he was going to be a decent young player on £160 a week. Straight in the first team. Straight into professional football, lad. No messing about, please. The benefit that we have, not saying that I'm getting ahead of myself, but you've got 3 promoted sides, 3 automatic promotion sides, plus the playoffs. So you're basically, unless you're down here, you're basically always in with a chance. Retake free kicks, I feel like near enough always result in goals. We're 15 minutes away, though, from an opening day point. We did check where Carlisle finished. Let's have a look. They were 17th last year, so they were down the bottom. Right, I'm going to get John on for John. John with an N for John with an H. Not quite happened for Big Norms. Jinx incoming, mentioning the goalkeeper. Exactly. I'm like, he's outplaying Epstein Bardson still. Here he is. Holding stuff up to the camera never makes sense to my brain. I always manage to get it the wrong side. Oh, Gallagher had a chance. Debut goal. That's his first ever goal. We could have been seeing it all. Referee wants a word with Bone. Yellow card to him. Let's just launch this downfield, lads. Little Sean Dyche clapping for the crowd. I'm pretty pleased with that. Pretty pleased with that. Not bottom. Hull have been battered. Mario Dorner. They've got Marco Gabbiadini as well. I forgot that he went there, didn't he? Is that the edition where John Parkinson... Is this the edition where John Parkinson can be insanely good? I don't know. Oh, do you know what? Because I've been messing around, I've had an absolute nightmare with my sound since the other day. I've not got my keyboard plugged in. The FIFA 95 cover reminded me of the 94 version where you'd stand right in front of the goalkeeper. He'd kick the ball and it'd hit you and go in. Yeah, that was banned in our house. But when you were playing against the other people. Right, Richard Naylor is back. Here we go. Let's get Kevin Ellis out. What money is he on? He's on £130 a week, so... Is there not an accept all offers button? Was that not in for now? Right, Crew are after him. I'm always suspicious when Crew want the young players. I'm like, what do they know that I don't know? Like, a lot, but... Arsenal then. Charity Shield winners. Who's Jan Eriksson? Where'd they get this lad from? They've made some odd signings in this version. Junior McDougall. Right, it's off to Tranmere. What league are Tranmere in? They're in the Premier Division. Wished I'd put a sell-on clause in that now. I was just so desperate to get rid of him. He's not even that young though. He's 22, isn't he? Like, I'm not seeing it, lads. I'm not seeing it. I'd rather have the 25k. Not have to deal with the temptation of him being in my line of sight. Is Dean Williams in this one? He was a decent keeper. I used to do when I used to do lower leagues. In my opinion, could have raised the price to fair. Yeah, we're gonna not getting that extra 5k is gonna be what the board hold against me, isn't it? Because they'll be like, look, I know you won the league with this shoestring team, but we all loved Kevin Ellis. Oh, here we go. Keyboard plugged in. Right, let's have a look at some of these guys. Let's find Parkin first. Big John. John is not there. So maybe it's a year too early for him. Did he come through at Preston, John? Or am I am I forgetting? Who else did we have? Williams. Dean is also not there. Unless he's down here, because it doesn't seem like he is there. Yeah, Dean is decent, isn't he? I think it'd be rude not to put a little bid in on Dean. Telford was second last year. I'm like, it felt so important at the time. And I'm like, where did Telford finish? I'm like, oh yeah, second. Let's try and unsettle him. The type of thing that if you were a real football fan and that happened, you'd be furious, wouldn't you? Oh, Barnsley. Barnsley for Big John. Right, Peterborough. 11th last year. Let's see what type of transfers they bring. They've brought in John Roberts. Who else? Who's their big signing? Tony Lamore. What about last year? They spent 240k on old Pepper here. And Neil, look. So they threw some money around last year. Right, got two extra subs here. Let's get Teasdale in on the bench. Oh, Wright's back. He's not suspended, so let's get Wright back in. I'm going to go Hobbs and Wright is my preferred starting pair. Stewart can go off to the reserves for a bit, especially with reflexes of 4. Right, we're going to get Nick out. And I'm going to swap Steve round, I think. I'd like to give the young man a go here. Look, David. Right, let's get... Who else was it? It was Nick, wasn't it? Nick's right-sided. Let's get Day. Let's get Gallagher starting, Russell on the bench. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think that's a bad team. Don't think that's a bad team at all. Need to have a look at my set piece takers. We're going to go very fast for this because two ties. Not sure if he'll come to you, but Michael Barron was the other player I was saying. Was he Hartlepool? Oh, Norman. What a signing this guy turned out to be. Technically, we'd like him to score in the league, but it shows you the beauty of playing at this level, because my entire plans for the League Cup, get through the first round and then hopefully get a big team and get some money. That is it. That's all I'm after. Right, Longworth is having a stinker. Let's get Darryl on. And we're going to get to 70 minutes, and I'm going to make some subs, again, just based on condition. Oh, okay, I'm not, it's just rocketed straight through. Right, Darren Hobbs is on 72. Let's get Kevin Teasdale on. I think Teasdale could be a good player for us. Teasdale, I missed out on. He went to Dover, he signed for Dover over me, but he was on like a non-contract. So I just came straight in for him. Let's get John on for Norman. We're going to save Norman for league action now. He's only getting 5 minutes rest. We'll have a look at the league, see where Hartlepool are. I was going to say they should be on this list, shouldn't they? There they are. So Division 2. So they came third in Division 3 last year, and then it looks like they, well, not looks like, then they've gone up in the playoffs. Have they lost them? No, they should still be there then. Oh, Graham Lee's gone to Wigan. Look, Graham Lee's gone out. Which means Barron should be there, I guess. Unless he was on that list and I've just missed him. I got Peter Beardsley. Be still, my beating heart. No, I can't see him. Must have. Oh, Barron gone to Bolton. Bolton signed both of them then. You swines. Right, Sampdoria have signed Pierluigi Casaraghi from Chelsea. Let's have a look at Casaraghi. He's pretty decent still, isn't he? I was so excited when he signed for Chelsea. It's hard not to think about players like him and not instantly want to break into the Channel 4 music. Right, Robert, what are you doing messing around? Now, did anyone jump down here off of teams that have just booted them out? I think people get what I mean. Bolton are going to be a force. I was like, I saw the Barneses, and I was like, is John there? I remember Beardsley signing for Post took about 6 pages of the local paper. I'm not a Chelsea fan, no. I was just an attempt. I'm a Wolves fan, which is why you've probably not heard me mention it. Right, Hereford reserves though in with a win. You got Paul Groves, another that won't sign for me. Got Mickey Brown down there. Jason's gone. Scott Brown's out. And we're away at Scunthorpe. The good thing about this team is we don't have much to do. Right, Craig Deere is going to have to come out. He's a bit too unfit for this. So let's get Russell there. Who are we going to give this last spot to? I'm thinking Kelly to the reserves for the time being. He was one of our kind of panic signings of last year. I think we're okay though, other than that. I'd like to get Naylor back in. My hopes for Naylor are to get him scoring a few goals, get some money for him. Right, Scunthorpe. We did check where these came last year. I think they were also down. They went here 13th. Can this be the first win? Starting a bit smaller than that, I would take the first goal as well. So, not ideal. Martin Williams, 40k signing from Reading. Reading sold that because they basically bought all our strikers. We're still on, it's like it's going very quick. We're still on very fast. That's why. And Neil Tolson has put them 2 up. We might be going back to very fast at this pace. It is nice. We've not seen, because we've been predominantly playing Championship and above, and then into the Premier League, then sometimes out of the Premier League, then back into the Premier League. We've not seen many of these lower ground photos. I wonder, like, did someone go and buy them for the take them for the game, or did they just buy stock photos from like Reuters, whatever they're called, or like match report photos? But just they put so much work into it, didn't they? Right, Mackay's on a 6. We've got a few too many 5s. Ian Wright is captain. I'm like, come on, guys. I need to sort this out. Vinnie should always be captain. He's got the experience. Everyone's terrified of him. Paul's probably not going to play this year, so let's get Vinnie on some of these free kicks. Let's get him on from the right-hand side as well. I'll figure out the rest because we'll need to redo all that. What I don't want another Perugia where we're 5 or 6 games into the season and we've still not won a game. What are Scunny doing? So they're playing direct. What's Nick's set pieces? I've not got them on. I've completely messed up my team this time around, it seems. If we go 3-0 down, we will be going on very fast until we either score or the game finishes. Not ideal, this, though. Not ideal. We've only had the 1 shot on target. Here we go. Excellent strike from Williams. Williams has added his second. We are 3 down. We are 4 down. Williams has added a hat-trick. No one said it was going to be easy. We might have to go away from home. Maybe we'll go in with 4-5-1 if needed, especially while we're 23rd. Right, we've got Southend at home in a second. We're going to see how we get on versus Southend and then Peterborough, and then depending on Northampton are down there. Depending on how we do against Northampton with this normal system, Stuart McCall was going to be the player. I was playing in the Vinnie Jones role, but he just wouldn't have it. Vinnie Jones was on the transfer list, which is why we were able to attract him. At least all these guys are going. You think you're too good for Hereford? Don't even want you in the reserves, lads. Stealing £200 a week trial contract. I'm gonna leave Dean for now. I'm gonna see how the young man gets on. Well, Emil Heskey, that's a hell of a signing, isn't it? 11 million. Heskey and Bergkamp, what a front two that would have been. Right, Gareth. Oh, Gareth has cancelled. Paul Parry's injured. Graham Potter, he was one of our targets. I wouldn't pay 90k for him though. That's too steep. Right, we're gonna have another couple of games, see how things are going, then we'll have a chat about what we think we need. And then we'll have a look on the transfer market. Right, Hawkins is going to stay in. I was like, are we going to get Cross back in? Do you know what I think we're going to? Let's get Cross in. Let's get Nick back. My left, Longworth is struggling, so he's going to come out. I'm like, do we get Fewings or Shirley back? I think I would like one of them on the bench. And I would like the other. So I've got James. Let's get James off. I would like West. And then there he is, Parry for Brown, because Brown can play a number of positions. Right, Southend then. Nearly did it again. Tell you what, if I set them up in here and then save it, it should take it out, shouldn't it? Right, let's get Jones. Here we go. Massive game this, after the way we've started. Desperately need a goal. So that's step one. Step one, league goal. League goal to get us going. They've got Titus Bramble. Didn't do anything for us. He scored tons of goals out on loan for other teams. And that seems to be like what Southend are doing here. Southend were one of the teams that we frequently loaned him to as well, wasn't he? Weren't they even, if you're one of the people who were here for the Ipswich save? Ian Wright's not been the goal machine that he previously was as well. Vinnie Jones struggling with his captain's armband on a 5. Yellow carded 22 minutes into the game. Mackay's needed to make a save, though, there from Little. Norman's had to be back there heading clear. I feel like we're almost too industrial, the strikers. Because we're not getting the sustained pressure that we were getting in the conference. We're being penned back in our own half too often, it feels like. We've got Paul Gerrard in goal. He's not very good, is he? Naylor denied space there. Right, if we get to half-time, 0-0. We've only had 3 shots, 1 on target. That's gone wide. Needed that to go wide. Oh, Gallagher. I was like, is this going to be it? Are we going to get a lead and get going? But it didn't happen. Right, we're going to bring West on for Naylor. It's not quite happening for Naylor at the minute. So let's see what Westy can do. And then what I'm thinking is we need a killer left-sided midfielder and an aspirational forward on loan. So it's so annoying that John Newby... Is that Ian Wright? It is Ian Wright. Big Ian, not that Ian, up with another goal. What did he get last year? He got seven league goals. 5 man of the match performances. What is your goal for the season? A second consecutive promotion or a mid-table finish? I would say mid-table would be a huge success coming up, especially as we weren't really able to add anyone other than like regens and frees. We're kind of like, there's no like killer players there. It's really annoying that Robert Wolfenstone, he'd rather be unemployed than playing for me. Final whistle, though. There we go. First win, all the way up to 14th. If you gave me 14th now, and we had a little bit of an exciting chase on the playoffs, but we finished there, I think we'd take that. One more win, though, and I'll be saying we're going to win the league. Right, who have we got on here? No one that's like that's like worth wasting our time on, is there? This is the problem we have. There's so much like generic players who want to play for us. None of them are like really pushing us on. Let's have a look at transfer listed. Is Bramble from Southend? Yeah, it is Titus Bramble, yeah. Is Mark Anthony still a freebie? We'll have to have a look for him. Like, let's go back on... I keep coming back to Mickey. I feel like Mickey could be a... Let's get an audacious loan in for Mickey. Until January. See what they say. The fact he actually wants to play for us. Morning, Kev. Really missed your Friday video. Yeah, we will be back this week. I'd like an annoying amount of sound and audio issues. There is a very slight problem with today's video, but I don't think most people will notice it. But we'll be back fully. Full schedule from now going forward. Mickey Evans to get you promoted. You heard it here first. I hope so, Hasta. Let's see if he comes in. If he doesn't come in, we could consider just throwing all our money into him. 625k. I'm sure we could come to some kind of arrangement with West Brom. Especially as you're not even using the goalkeeper that like powered us on last year. Let's get him on our list just to keep an eye on if anything happens with him. Darren Balesley. I do not remember him playing for San Marino. They got Theodore Whitmore. They're not even using him. I'm like, what? Oh, surely not. Let's just get a little loan in for my boy Clint Marcel. They're just like wasting him. He speaks all those languages. Clint Marcel to make an emotional return. Yeah, absolutely. Hapoel Petra Tivkavka, I hope I've said that right, which is in the UEFA Cup, has a player named Moto Kakun, a formidable striker. I wonder if you could bring him in. I don't think he's going to be interested in coming. Oh, James is out a month. Surely he's not going to be wanting to drop down here. Right, Longworth. I'm thinking it might be a little chance for him to go in the reserves. We're going to get Shirley. I think we're going to try Shirley. We're going to try Shirley in there. Let's get Day on the bench. Nick needs to come out. Nick's one of those players. He can play like 4 games. Oh, poor Christian. He's not even been training. I'm going to get Cross out and Hobbs. So Hobbs out. Let's get Teasdale on. Cross out, swap with Hawkins. And then still need to get Nick out, don't we? Where is Nick? I never can find Nick. We're going to get Crabe in. I'm going to sell Crabe. Looking at him there. I'm like, I don't really want you. Off you go to the reserves. Let's get Parry. Let's give Parry a bit of a run out there. Let's get Longworth on the bench. Caval on the bench. And I think I'm happy with that. If we get through here, just got to win at home. If we can get through, after this, we're going to have a look for Cocoon. Just nearly cancelled the game, accidentally hitting the button. That would have been embarrassing. I wonder what sort of crowd we're going to get for this League Cup event as well. Do you have enough to go for any of the Bristol Rovers crew? Chalice, Shaw, Evans, or have they already moved? We'll have to have a check. We're doing nothing here, though. We're doing absolutely nothing. I'm going to use this to have a sip of water. We just survived a bit of a scare there. Have they got Laurie Duffield? This guy could sometimes be the business. Doesn't look like this is going to be one of them, though. He's one of those people he must presumably have. Cancels the game and start over from Perugia. Yeah, I'd have to run upstairs and get the shirt back. Yeah, he must have that, like, variable potential. I remember, like, very long time ago, I remember going in the editor and looking through all that stuff. I'm talking like back in the day. Used to make like my own youth team, but all the players that played for us on there, and would give myself, I think it was like 200 you could give yourself, make yourself the best player in the world. Oh, Halloran though. For a second there, I thought that was George. I think that was O'Halloran though. He's a decent player. We're gonna have to change some stuff at halftime here because I do want to go through in this. I don't want to be going out in the League Cup in the first round. Richard Naylor, dude, really need you to do something. Right, Shirley, let's push him into the front three. Let's get... Are we going to go Steve West? Or are we going to go... What's his bravery? Bravery 11. What's Craig's? We're going to get the young guy on. I know he's only got shooting of 6, but let's get him on. Jellyman, no, he'd left them because we had a check of them. Let's see, we're on 4 shots at the minute. Let's see if having an extra striker up top, even if he's an 18-year-old regen with shooting of 6, can get us a bit more chances. Let's frenetically throw the ball into the box, not literally, because that's obviously a free kick to them. I think we're going to get another colour change. We've got 3 fouls in it, so this is not bad. I'd really like to grab an equaliser here. Let's get, we're doing it though. Oh, Norman with a drive. We're going in the right direction, which is long and that way. Duffield now showing it. John Norman's hitting a 7. He's starting to grow into the game. Let's get Naylor off. Let's get West on. Let's get Vinnie Jones off. Let's get Brown on. Let's see. Can we grab a goal? From memory, Mark Smith from Bristol Rovers as well turns into a top defender, and Courtney Naylor. Where is Courtney? Is he also at Bristol? Come on, Hereford. We've got all these people here. 3,200. We've got the people on the stream. Thank you to everyone who's here, by the way. I don't think this is going to happen. Oh, Norman. I thought that was going to be it. And it's not. We're going out first attempt at the League Cup. We're going out in round 1. Luckily the board didn't specify cup run. They specified battle bravely against relegation, or however they word that. Oh, Andrew Brown strikes it with fury. It's not gone in though. Have we got one more chance left in as Hereford? No. We have not. Right, this... Oh, that's the wrong Bristol. Very on brand for me. There's... Oh, no, that was the right Bristol. That one's City. Right, let's have a look. Luke's gone. Jason's gone. He's at Hartlepool. We would have had him. We would absolutely have had him. Smith's gone. They've been picked apart, haven't they? Courtney Naylor starts at Dagenham and Redbridge. How did we miss that you'd signed Vinnie Jones? Oh yeah, he was on the trailer as well. I'm going to be honest with you. I enjoy doing a little trailer every one of these just to put them up. So if you do click on it before, there will always be something there to watch. Ellington. Do I have a scout? You can't do any scouts, can you? Unless it's just that I've not got any. No, I do have a scout. I'm like, Ron's like, I've taken him by surprise going in his office. Right, Ron. I want you to find me a Scandinavian. Morning, what have I missed? We've not a lot. We've got a first win. We're out the League Cup. We're considering going 4-5-1 if this game versus Northampton away from home doesn't go well, because we got battered. We tried to bring Clint Marcel, emotional return from one of our boys, one of the boys of the channel. He was one of our loan targets, so I'm glad we didn't go in for him. Right, we were just dawned on me as well. I said we were going to have a look for this guy. And I'm using the chat to spell his name here. Have I spelled that right? And he's just not here? Let's try Motti. No, I don't think this guy exists in our database at the minute. We will go back for Clint. I will never give up on Clint. Let's have a look for Anthony. Mark Anthony is at Leicester. Bosnham signing. Let's go back to Celtic, because we seem to have a real Scottish core. Is there anyone else in here we can like steal? Like, could we steal Mark Viduka and work on him? But he wouldn't be able to play because of his work permit, I presume. You got Simon Donnelly. Is that Brian Roy? Brian Roy. How did Brian Roy get there? Why did they sign Brian Roy for 1.2 million? Seems ill-advised, lads. Kevin McBride would be a great signing for us. He's transfer listed. Let's see if we can get him on a little loan. Could he be the answer to our midfield problems? Colin Healy's gone Russian and Diamonds. Is Liam Miller, did he end up at Man United? Was there some kind of dispute over him? Yeah, we can't afford Banty. He's normally like $1 million. Yeah, Motti's not. He's not around. How long do we give it before we go back in for Robert Wolfenstone? I hope that's how you pronounce his name. I've signed that guy before. Right, here we go. Kevin's coming in, though. Well, let me know what you think about that. I think that's quite a good signing, though. You can never have enough Kevins. Right. We need to get our team set back up. So is Teasdale going to come out? Hobson's going to come back in. Tell you what, let's leave Teasdale in. Let's get Vinny as captain. Going to leave Lane in, I think. Who was it? All right, Christopher Lane. I'm not going to leave him in. I was like, who was it? It was on. Let's get Brown at right back. Let's get Tony on the bench. We need to clear these two off. Norman, I'm going to leave in. Naylor, I'm going to drop. We're going to give West a chance. Naylor off the bench. You've come in with this big reputation, Naylor. What's his teamwork and stamina like? Check transfers for all clubs and see who was released in June, July. There must be someone still available. That's a good Eric Nevland. I can't sign Eric Nevland again. Teamwork is 13. Stamina is 14. I want Nick back. Let's get Parry out, Nick in. Where's Russell? Russell's on the left, is he? Darryl Russell's not doing great. I'm thinking I'm going to try Fewings back in there. Let's give him a go. This is the problem. I've not fully decided on my best team yet. Yeah, Miller ended up at United after running the show when Celtic played United in that season's Champions League. Tragedy. Oh, I didn't know he died. That's really sad. Did he end up at Sunderland as well when Roy Keane was there? Or is this one of the times when I'm confusing something that happened in real life with something that happened on one of my saves? Vince Bartram. Right, we need to Northampton are down there. We want to keep them down there. If this doesn't work, of course you can. Friend of the channel, Eric Neville should be in every Masio team. There we go, Teesdale. It's very foggy on this Sixfields photo as well. Yeah, so my thinking was and we might still do this anyway, because there are some teams that I think we struggle to compete with. We might fire in Freestone who scored. Here he is. Yeah, we might fire in like a 4-5-1 with holding midfielder, 2 centre midfielders, and then like wingers pushed on. So we do have the players for that. That's in. There we go. We brought West in. We were unhappy. We were really unhappy with Richard Naylor, and he's got to sit there on the bench. And as West went in, I would have just whacked him on the arm. Richard, that's what you should have been doing. And he'd been like, sorry, Gaffer. But like, don't look me in the eye again. Skips past Vinny's not going to take that well, is he? He's not going to take that well. There's only one Vinny J. Sorry. You knew I was going to do at least one impression of him. Pretty pleased with this, though. We're still in the dry weather as well. It's once the rain starts and it starts to be under 26, I would say anything under 18 is peak Hereford ball. Need an Eric Neville statue in at least £6 grand. I'm going to get a real Eric Neville statue 3D printed off of someone. Right, Nick is not doing it at the minute. Nick is not doing it. I'm thinking we're going to fire Craig on. Craig's got superb morale. What's his... Yeah, let's get Craig on for Nick for the time being. Viewings is having a good game out there. Every time I see the name West in this version, I'm reminded of the man with a pony. The man and the pony, Taribo West. What a haircut! He's one of the. Again, this doesn't make sense to my brain. I'm going to just move this way. He's one of the Corinthians figures that I really want. You can get him in both Hereford. You can get a Taribo West Hereford figure. No, you can't. You can get both a Inter Milan and a Nigeria version, and I own neither. Right. Ooh, they just grazed the crossbar. We're gonna give Richard Naylor, now that he's had a bit of a rollicking, we're gonna get him on for John Norman. Let's see if he can do anything out there on the right. Yeah, quality side. I was really like, he was one of those players. Again, I don't know why Woken weren't playing him, because he's got the parts that I feel like you need to be a good striker in a certain system at this level. Now, I know I'm no Championship Manager 3 expert. You people have seen all the evidence of that. But I feel like in a long ball system, he could be the guy. Oh, Naylor. Naylor's on there now. Are Dagenham Redbridge in your league? No. At least not that I can see. And there we go. We're just coming up to an hour into the stream, so thank you very much, guys. Thank you for those who've come to watch us play as Hereford. There'll be some people who click on this and they're like, eh? Like, firstly, what game is this? Secondly, who are Hereford? Not us, though. Do we have another sub? We've got Tony James. Are we going to use Tony James? I don't think we're going to. Vinny's being experienced. Oh, here we go. What game is this? This is Championship Manager 99. Incorrect. Yeah. Today's video at 5 PM is on Championship Manager 99. This is Championship Manager 90. Championship Manager 3. Some people will refer to this as 97, 98 or 98, 99. I was never about that. It was only recently that I saw that was even a thing. So this is old Football Manager. Lifeline for Northampton. Which Carlisle is that? Is Wayne. Old favourite Wayne. Let's get him on the list. I'd love to bring in some of these Crystal Palace guys. There we go. We've won, though, back to back. My wife always complains about me playing CM, even on vacation. I've disciplined her with 2 weeks' wage of unprofitable favour. So you should. Hopefully she's accepted it. And you'll get a little note in the future. Scunthorpe's 8-0 win at home. I feel better about losing to Scunthorpe now. Williams is on a heater. Look, he's like this division's Ronaldo. Tom Youngs and Stephen Angus from Cambridge United doing... Youngs has gone somewhere. I remember that. We checked that. I'm gonna quickly, before I forget, I'm gonna set up the new formation. So this one's fine. Let's go. I want 4-5-1. Tell you what, you know what? I said I was going to put in a defensive midfielder. I was going to put Vinnie in here. But I think I quite liked having the... No, tell you what, I am going to do that. Let's get it on long. Offside trap. We're not going to use that for the time being. Let's save as. I always like... a bit of a name. So look, these are all our, our big funnel. That was when we had the Screaming Eagle that was Roy Regley. I don't know if this is going to work. I've still got his button set up, though. You'll have to let me know if you can hear that or whether it's just coming out of my speakers. I will always love Roy Regley. What a signing. Is Courtney Naylor in this game? Used to play for Dagenham and Redsbridge. The wife put in a transfer request. No, she complains even more than an Anelka on the game. Poor Anelka. He was so, like, he never really recovered from that, did he? And it seems like he was poorly advised by his team of brothers. And like there was a lot of stories that, like, much later on, when he was at Chelsea, he was like a really motivated team player. But everyone was still like, oh, do you know that sulky guy? Oh, we heard that. That's excellent. I'm glad that that's working. I can't remember what I was doing now. What was I going to... I just said I was going to do something. Tom Youngs. There we are. Another one that we've sadly lost in recent times. Cambridge. Have they gone up? No, they're here. Got John Scales. Oh, Jamie Scales. Oh, that's players in. Right, let's go on players out. Look, they've been picked apart. Leicester. This was how we found Trevor Benjamin. I'm going to keep an eye on him. You've been scoring more goals for us, Trev. You've let yourself down, lad. You've let yourself down. Do we need another scout as well? You ever decide on that, and we'll go and have a look. Try CM4, the training stage. I don't know if I've ever played CM4, and like I've got like a whole shelf. And if you watch the tour, you will have seen it. But I don't recognise. I think I might have been at a time where I tried this and it didn't work properly. I also had my laptop stole. I'm probably not the only person who does this. I think in Championship Manager seasons, it would have been like 01, 02 around then, maybe 02, 03. We were moving student house. It was in the front of a van, and someone smashed into it. Right, we're on the wrong formation here. Yeah, smashed the front of the van and stole it. And I had an frankly incredible Fenerbahce career going on that. Right, we need to get... What do we need? Who's this? Peter Hawkins. Oh, he's the left back. Right, left back out. Where's my other left back? Oh, he's injured. Right, we forgot down here. I completely forgot that we brought in Paul. I just forgot about it. Right, we're going to get Dale to the seniors. Let's give this guy another try. Let's just offer him, let's just give him a little bit of a sweetener. Got Rankin. He's not really got the tackling yet. Are we going to put Brown in? No, let's get James in. Right, so James is going to go in there. Fewings is struggling and Shirley is struggling. So we're going to get... I'm thinking we're going to try McBride in the attacking midfield spot. So there he's coming in for his debut. West is obviously staying in. And let's swap. Nope, just taking him out. Let's get Russell on. There we go. That was long work to sort that team out. Did you ever play the CM game that was on the OG Xbox? Yes. That was one of the reasons why I wanted an Xbox. Again, we need to get to that at some stage. It was crazy to me that was like an exclusive. I'm missing a sub here. And we're doing this. Let's get Lane on. I'll tell you what, let's get Lane back, Brown on the bench. Yeah, imagine if they were like, look, Football Manager 27, PS5 exclusive, and we'll be back the year after. Yeah, Naylor's been a flop. Not only has he been a flop, it's the second time he's been a flop for us. So I can't blame anyone but myself, really. But this was supposed to be, I'm like, much lower down. This is going to be his redemption arc. No redemption arc. Just disappointment. Brentford, not... Oh, they've lost one now. So it's a big game. It's a Monday game. Monday the 30th of August. Bank holiday Monday. CM4 was 0203 and you can get Rooney as he's on a youth contract. It was too buggy and unplayable. CM4 much better. After this game, Vinny, me and you, bit of fishing. Captain's goal, that. It's not got his entire career stats on it. I was going to say, we didn't get him for free. We got him for 40k. Can play centre-back as well if needed. 0102 was on the Xbox. Yeah, I've got two of them. There's the green cover and there is the red cover. I can't see where they are now. My shelves are double stacked. You see lots of nice games rooms on YouTube. And I love my games room, my space. Don't get me wrong. But it is chaos. If I was ever to show you the wide shots, there would be a certain type of people who would never watch again. Vinnie Jones statue coming up. Yeah, definitely. If we could start to get some form going and get up here, we're going to have ourselves a season. And what are we on? We've played 6 games with the League Cup. We've got an hour left, so we should hopefully get the 10 league games in that I set as the target. Oh, Big Johnny! Is that his first league goal? It is his first league goal. There we go. People will have been saying it's too much for him. It's not going to work 2 years in a row. If we get 8 to 12 league goals from John Norman, I think we've got a chance of being in and around the playoff considerations. Watch us lose 3-2 now. It said Norman still has it. Norman still has it. He's absolutely got it. West with a go from long range. You completely misjudged that. But that's fine though, because if you're misjudging shots and they're going in the crowd, they've not got the ball. what's happening is behind my face, it's a dry 21 degrees. It's getting cooler and cooler and cooler. September is nearly here. Once September is here, Masio-Ball is going to really start. Once these pitches start to get heavy, that's when my big team of mutants are going to take over. I don't think we're going to bring him on yet. He has had a good season. I'm really disappointed with Nick Crittenden. I felt like he could have a statue too. Yeah, Big John. Big John Norman. Statue of him with an axe and a shield. Maybe an arrow sticking out of his eye. He would have just carried on though. He'd have been like, that won't stop me, lads. This is too good almost. What? Let's have a look. I feel like Brentford are going to be on short. This is the key. When we play these teams who play short passing, it's a bit like we have at the minute with Crystal Palace, where we're trying to play short football. When we play against the teams on long ball, for some reason we really struggle. We're kind of doing this at a much lower level, further down the league. John Norman with a drive. Very little space to work with. Superb play by Hereford to the finish. And basically like Graham Taylor, but for Hereford. McBride with a swerving shot. How is he doing on his debut? A 7 out of position. I'm pretty impressed with that. He's got a yellow card. Met by the head of Norman. We've got 15 minutes to go. We're going to get Steve West off. This is strictly condition. We're going to get... Who else was struggling? Vinnie Jones is on a 71. Absolutely want to be protecting his legs. So let's get Andrew on. We're going to bring Craig on. I think we're going to leave Craig for the time being. Good work, lads. You come have a little sit with me. Get some ice on there. The Holy Trinity, Nevlin, Big John, and Jesus Aureliano. Clean sheet. Clean sheet versus previously third, Brentford. There we go. Look at that. We've jumped above them with that. We can almost touch that dotted line. Considering we got absolutely battered 4-0 as well by Scunthorpe. We've got pretty good goal difference as well. Right? We've got Exeter away. Exeter is 17th. So we're not going to the 4-5-1 yet. Bristol, you're upsetting me. You are upsetting me. We have 250k. I don't think we can do that though. Oh, I thought that was me. It's another Kevin though. I was like Kevin Ratcliffe. Chester's Tom Young. So there's Tom. Tom is back in the division on loan. Let's see what Leicester. What are you loaning me though? What are you loaning Maceo? Let's talk about that. I mean, I'd take Jonathan Hunt. Not going to do it, but... The owner of Perugia must be kicking himself for throwing you when he sees what you're doing. I imagine that he was quite an eccentric guy when you read about him. I don't think he's even checking. One day he'll check and he'll be like, have Maceo killed. Mark Anthony. Could he be... what we need to unlock this? Come on, let's just go there. Could our attacking midfielder spot? Let's get that in. I've got Stuart Campbell. Used to put my nana's bin out for her. Fellow Corbyite. Kingsley Black's gone. These guys are delighted. Need a petition for Clint Marcel to sign for Hereford. Gov.uk. They've accepted that. He's accepted. Oh, they can't afford him. It's still on. Leicester are like unreasonable. Paul Eiffel's got. I don't think we're going to move on Eiffel. He's off the ball is exceptional, though, isn't it? Paul, we're back in. We are back in. I'd like you not to have $4,000, though, lad. This guy, disappointing. I've got a bid in for him. Your goal should be to reach the Premier League and then come full circle by bringing in Nakata. He's one of those players that we just tried to sign him at Palace when he was like 30, and he's just too loyal to the teams he's at. I think he's at Sampdoria on that. Now, I feel like other teams' reserves could be a good source for us. Basically perfect. I think we're going to leave McBride in. I think we're going to leave him in. No one's unhappy yet, so pretty pleased with that. Right, tell you what, let's get James out, let's get Hawkins back. So it's unchanged apart from that, which is us strengthening the team. Let's take it to St. James's Park. Hopefully there's no Spaniards here. He might not have even been Spaniard. The guy that went here by mistake when they were playing Newcastle. He ended up watching like Exeter versus someone else. Is Dale Watkins still a good striker from this save? I think we looked at Dale, and he's at Kettering, isn't he? And he wouldn't sign. We had this huge battle to bring in Musto, and he turned us down and he's gone to Exeter. So let's make him rue that, lads. Vinny. He knows what that means. Have you ever played in the Japanese or Chinese league? I have not. I feel like a Super League save should be something I would do. I just called it Super League. It's not called the Super League. It's the J League. The J League. Easy chance for Russell. It's in the back of the net. Darryl Russell is the scorer. His first ever goal for Hereford. Let's go, Darryl. Let's do it. You have a good run. I will sell you for 250k to whoever. Is that Nigel? Robert. And it's Speakman, not Spackman. Ooh, nearly squeezed that in then. It's going to be crazy when we have the Masio-Ball meet up at Hereford, aren't they? And there's like 11 of us there, and they're like, "Sorry, who are you lot?" Need a ban list for those who do not sign. Absolutely. Let's have a look at Roger. Disappointed with that because I know we've only had the 2 shots, but I feel like this has all been Hereford White. The problem is we've lost our talismanic striker. We've only managed those 2 shots. That's the problem. Oh, Jones with a header. No, they've done enough to put him up. I imagine that Jones is getting forward at these free kicks when he's not taking them. Oh, Russell nearly added a brace. How is McBride doing this game? I tell you what, we're going to wait till half-time. We're basically, we've just hit the woodwork. Let's get in and have a look. McBride, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. Not going to bring Craig on yet. I tell you what I am. I'm disappointed. I'm too disappointed with Nick. So he's coming off. Craig's coming on. Doesn't matter if you're at Chelsea, lad. You need to be doing it. We've come all the way down to Exeter, and you're playing a 6. I don't think he's had anything above a 6 yet, has he? Yeah, his rating of 6.25 would indicate he's had at least 1 7. This would be a great time for Richard Naylor to announce himself. Just been tackled. He was breaking away. Header from right. Naylor floats one in. Don't know why he's taking... Yeah, set pieces like... Richard Naylor, you get off. You get off of set pieces right now. I'm thinking if Big John is out, long term, we might try the regen. I just can't remember his name. Oh, regen. He'll be like, why does he keep calling me that? I'm a real boy. He'll be like, yeah, sure you are. Right, you're going on for Naylor. When you get to the Prem, please find Tonzola Makuku. He will still be young by then. Is he 15 on this or 14? We've got another injury. Right, we're going to have to get Brownie on. This is worrying, though. 2 key players there. We've had a much better second half, though. We just nearly conceded, though, with 10 to go. Come, let's just grab a little win and keep this momentum up. We were so close to winning 3 in a row. Oh, Brown was denied space. Final whistle. Not too disappointed with that. Our away form was absolutely killer last year. And it's not there. Look, we're not even on the top half at the minute. So we've got 1 away win, 1 draw, 1 loss. So it's steady. Right, Russell a week. Norman a month. Fractured cheekbone. They'll pay for that. They will pay for that. Will there be a stream on Wednesday too? I need to check family plans, but potentially there will be another stream at some stage this week. Oh, Robert. Who's Matt Clark? Matt Clark's pretty decent. Handling, agility, reflexes. My worry is if we bring him in, Shakhtar Donetsk. He's just going to get taken. But I'm going to do it. Mark Schneider's looks pretty good. Look at that passing. No, that's not really like... That's not like... I'll be like, Mark, do you know what you just did there? You give the ball to the other centre-back. He'll be like, yes, Gaffer. I'll be like, no. See those lads up top? That's where the passing goes. I don't want you passing it. I haven't brought you in to pass the ball, lad. I don't know if we need to really address the strikers yet. We've still got the money. There's Courtney. We were looking at Courtney before. He's at Tranmere now. They're in the Premier League. Let's try and get a little loan in for Courtney. It's too good not to, wouldn't it? That could be what pushes us on. Yeah, he's good. We're really good. We'd obviously checked him before, Hashtag, because he was on the short list. Right, Middlesbrough have accepted this then for Clark. So that's decent. I will take that. Crystal Palace. Oh. Are they still like... Oh no, they must have had what happened to us. Because they're not in complete dire financial straits. If you're having him, who are you giving me, though, to make up for the fact you've just stolen him? Do you remember when Svensson, he had a good run for us, didn't he, in terms of goals? They've got James Flood in as well. We take Flood. I think we did have him, didn't we? Who's Turner? I don't remember Turner. Right. Lorenzo, we're done with him. We've moved on from him. Milan have signed Enrico Chiesa, though. Tranmere have accepted that. Let's see if he comes in. Matt Clark's like, I could think of nothing worse than playing for you. Richard Naylor's out for 2 weeks. Mickey Brown's out. I don't know who Kenneth Quinn is. Oh, it's this lad. I'm trying to sell him, aren't I? Yeah. Scott Brown is back. Did you see the Chester City documentary in the late 90s about the owner Terry Smith, who took over managing himself, at one point picked 3 captains for each segment of the pitch? No, that sounds chaos. Oh, Courtney Naylor. Why do you not want to play for me? Are we going to go in? I'm like, would he come sign for us? Let's go 90k. See if we can tempt them with that. Because you got him on a free. Why should I have to give you? Why should I have to give you money? Right, Paul's at least coming in. I missed it. Palace said that. Right, let's get back to Palace. Is it Unai? So there's Sunji High. 21 years old on this. We've got Paolo, who we were always trying to bring in. Where is our man? Was he a midfielder? They got Sasa Kerchik. We would have loved him because we obviously started a year after. There he is. It is Unai. Spanish Basque. 240k. Come on, Courtney, we have a movie star with us. How's this lad doing? He's only scored the one goal for them. Right. Clinton not tearing it up. Let's have a look at Mackenzie. Not tearing it up. Let's have a look at Clark. Clark, no, wouldn't start for us. Would not start for us. Right, Paul's come in. I was going to say, we might need him, actually, with the amount of strikers we've got. It is Unai Emery, yeah. Because he is one of the Basques, isn't he? Right, we're okay. Right, Russell needs to come out. Day's going to come in for him. We need some strikers. So, we're going to tell you what. Eiffel straight in the team. McGovern to the bench. Not missed anyone. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's give this a go. Right, Bournemouth. Where were they? Didn't even check where they were. They've tailed off. They're bottom. They're on direct, though, so we're going to see how we get on. We've got Junior Agogo. Manuel Agogo. Is he related to Junior Agogo? Because he's from Wednesday. Did he have a brother? Is this Lee Sharp? I'm like, do you know the idea that Lee Sharp's 28 in this game? It's like, it breaks my brain. Come on, you must have someone that you're going to lend me. It's rude, that. It's rude. Bournemouth start the match. Another win here. And we'll have one more win. And we'll be going. We'll be up there. We'll be fully in that. And I don't think we saw that. Someone asked me about, what, 30, 40 minutes ago what I'd have taken. I said 14th. I said I would have taken 14th. We can't be drawing, though. We can't be labouring against strugglers like Bournemouth. Let's get a poorly moment. A goal on his debut. We'll keep the pressure up at the top. It's 19 degrees, so it's just getting cooler and cooler. Mackay's needs to make a save. He's been a good signing so far. Let's see if he can maintain that. Oh, Day. I was like, are we going to get a Day goal? We're not quite at it. Paul's on a 6, but then he's literally just signed in youth terms, effectively, and we fired him in. West has not scored since he nearly got the hat-trick. I do feel like we've got a question with striker. I wonder if you turn your team into a team full of brutes. That's kind of what I was going for. I've diversified a tiny bit, but I've tried to go strength 14 or higher. Eiffel's had a go there. He's starting to grow into the game. Day goes down, shoved by Carl Fletcher, the dream team player. Paul's strength of 7. This is the problem got at the minute. Neither of these strikers are particularly strong. Why do you only have 2 substitutes? Because I'm an idiot, apparently. We're going to get John on. I must have missed... I must have missed putting someone on. I'm going to say it's the old Harry red light. Look, if you'll just give us some money to bring in another striker, I'll guarantee playoffs. You'll be like, what about all those regens you signed? Like, I keep telling you, regens aren't people. They do not count. I really want to grab a winner here, even with being down to 2 subs in a makeshift team. Right, we might take Brown. We might bring Brown on for Vinnie because I do not want to give up. Straight at the top corner, McGovern blazes it over. Yeah, let's get Vinnie off. Let's get Brown on. Hopefully nothing else happens that needs some kind of medical sub. I have to go and play myself. Oh, I thought that was going to be it for Steve West. Brought the ball down. Bournemouth will take this. This will only be their 2nd point of the season. Are we going to push? Are we going to push someone into... Oh, no. Right, so we're not going to push someone up top. We're going to push Brown into right back. This is falling apart. Let's put McBride in there. So we've got a 4-3-2. Obviously, that's my fault. So I can only apologise to the lads for that. Martin Woodhouse with Martin Woodhouse. We've come up against our first super keeper. Right. What am I going to do here? Day can't go in there. McBride can't go in there. Nick's got tackling of 10. Right. Nick in there. Swap with Brown. You two, so I tell you what, let's get McGovern in. West is going in the false 9. That's what we're going to do. Do Bournemouth have Warren Feeney? No. Not playing, at least. Right. We're gonna do well to get a point here now. This is Bournemouth's chance. They're playing against 9 men. We're all over the pitch. We've had a player sent off. We've negligently not brought the right amount of subs. A go-go who scored. It's a go-go up the league. So that's what they would definitely say. That I just would like to apologise to everyone. We've just hit the stanchion though. Final whistle was gone. That one is on me. Lane's out for a week. Slovenia have qualified. Scotland have qualified. How did I miss that we had one too few players? Do you know what? Longworth, I'm going to fire him in the reserves for a little bit. Right, taking the captaincy on the red card. We've not had a red card from Vinnie. He's been a changed man. Right, Stockport out here stealing my targets. I think we're going back in for Courtney. I'm going to keep creeping this up. What have we got? We've got 400k, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I keep being drawn back to Mark. Have a look at bogey. Not quite there, are they? Kevin Pilkington, maybe we could tempt him in. Right. I think, right, yeah, strength 9. I'm moving on for Gareth. Mickey is not like he's going to Stockport. I gave up on him, Padu, yeah, because he's not interested at the minute. So he's still on my reserves, still on my shortlist. Let's try and hit them with a few of these first before we go more money up there. Imagine this would be a record signing by far. Right, we've got third place Shrewsbury. We've started to stall a tiny bit. Teesdale is out. Let's get Christian in, I think. Well, no, let's get Hobbs back. Hobbs is a much better player. And I want someone strong up top. Tell you what, let's get Kague on. Day needs to come out. So we're going to go back to Russell. Let's just check he's all right first. Yeah, Russell's on 100%. Right, Lane is struggling and missed that. So he was the guy that got bruited last time. Don't have another right. I'll tell you what, let's get Parry on. Let's get Parry on at right back. Don't know if I'm going to change McBride. I think I'm going to leave McBride there for now. My problem is I don't think he's a goal threat. Jumping, heading, yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to get McGovern on for McBride. We're going to try McGovern behind the strikers. I was like, hopefully I've got the right amount of subs. Let's see what Shrewsbury are doing. Shrewsbury are on short. We've got Steven Gerrard in here, look, on loan from Liverpool. I mean, that's not fair, is it? Miles, would we take Miles? We'd absolutely take Miles, wouldn't we? Let's get a little loan in for him. Now, if you don't loan me him, it just proves that you've got an anti-Masio-Ball agenda. I'll also take Niall. We're probably not that far from Liverpool, really, are they? Just nip down here. Here we go. We need to get back in this. We're here at the Gay Meadow. We've got to keep an eye on Gerrard, who used to have his own button sound effect here on this channel. Oh, West with a fierce shot. And we've got 20 minutes to go, roughly, on the stream. Hope you've been enjoying it here. Like I said, if you are new and you're watching, we've got Championship Manager content up 2 times a week, plus 2 live streams at the minute over the summer. All the stuff will be back in its usual Friday and Sunday slots this week. I'm going to record I had my 1,200 subscribers special. One of the suggestions I got for that, I'm going to start on this week, but I don't know when that will be ready. It is Championship Manager related, that's all I'm going to say. I also desperately want to get to Liberendo, or whatever it's called, the PlayStation game. I hope that's how you say that. I've seen that word before, but I've never actually said it out loud. Libo Grande? Is that it? I can't remember what it's called now. Not doing fantastic here. Ian Wright, you need to cool it, dude, with these cards. It's a dry 26 degrees. The pitch isn't cut up enough for me, but it's starting to look cut up here on this photo. We're just not getting enough pressure again here. Effort by Young, driven it goal. We've survived. Badly need our strikers back. Oh, Parry's hit one. He's come in for basically his first start of the season at right back, at least. We're going to see how John McGovern's doing in that spot. Libo Grande, way ahead of its time. Anyone played EA Sports FIFA Manager 10. I was going to say, yeah, I do own that one. I've owned basically the whole series of that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was going to say there was one I'm missing. Maybe 5, but they might have still been on Total Club Manager then. Thinking about it, because that did have a 2005. Right. McGovern's playing a 6. I'm going to get Shirley on. Shirley for McGovern. That's what we're going to do. He made that role his own last year. No one's really nailed it down this year. So we're going to see if he can take it back. Steele has scored 5th goal of the season. Mackay was out of position. That is very disappointing. Very disappointing. Just hit the crossbar off for that as well. We've scored, though. A fine strike from Hobbs. That's his first ever goal. Big centre-back. He's come in. He started the season. I feel like only the centre-backs score for us for some reason. I'm not totally sure why. But if the centre-backs can chip in with 7 to 9 goals each, that would be appreciated. Given where Shrewsbury were, even with the stalling form at the minute, I think we'd absolutely take a point here. We're going to fire another sub on there. We're going to fire McBride on. See what he can do from midfield. Oh, Cague with a drive. If he scores, all the crowd will be like, regen, regen, regen. Let's get Kevin on that side. See if he can whip a ball over. Hit someone's head. Come on, Westy. This is your chance to come alive. Which Partridge is that? It is Richie Partridge. I feel like they've got 2 players on loan from Liverpool. And then they've scored a winner in the 87th minute. His first ever goal. Surely the winning goal is Wayne Gray. And we're not going to get back in this. Libo Grande is effectively a beer promo for FIFA, but it looks like it's made on the Virtual Striker engine because of the player models. And people know I love Virtual Striker. Right, how many more games can we get? We've got Wrexham away. This feels like a big one. Wrexham and then Rochdale. I think we're easily going to get both of those games in. Our big summer target has been stolen. We can't bring in Courtney. They're just not doing it. He is for sale, isn't he? I'm not giving you 130k plus that. Let's try 170. You've literally just signed him. Right. John was accepted. Niall was not. Robert's already worth 800k. So we'll keep an eye on him. Middlesbrough are trying to sign Mark Skilling. What a brilliant name. We came across him in pre-season. Oh, Tranmere. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. But my worry is he's right-sided. Would he work in the attacking midfield role, or would that be a waste of him? I'm not going to do it for the time being. I feel like that's too much of our... I feel like if we spend 200k, our transfer fund is going to go down to 0. Dale Collins. Let's have a look at Dale Collins. Keyboard time. Where are you, Dale? Maybe should have went first name. Doesn't seem to exist. Let's have a... We mentioned Watkins before. We never came and checked on that. He's at Macclesfield, so he's already moved up a little spot. Free signing. Not really played for them. I'm prepared to give you 45k for him. Alex Notman on loan. I feel like we tried Notman, didn't we? Let's see what Man United are doing in here. I mean, I will try it. I will absolutely try it. Let's try Jimmy. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, does it? Let's get some loans in for all of these guys. I'll just bankrupt the team with Man United loanies. Watch us get all of them now. They've got Vinnie Jones, look. Got Forrington. Right, Forrington is listed for loan at least. I don't think he want to play for us, but let's fire in. Especially if we can afford his money, his full money. Sometimes I feel like that makes a difference. I thought we'd looked at Nottingham before, but I think I'm confusing him with John Mackham, who was at Preston, isn't he? And he's not very good on this. Right, Notman is like, no. David Collins. David Collins is already at Rushden and Diamonds. He was one of the top scorers in the league last year. I was bad as you with names. Right, Wrexham away. We do really need to start getting. Unsurprisingly, none of those guys want to play for us. Yeah, we do need to start getting some away form. Sheffield United have made an offer of 375k. I'm a bit surprised by that. It's not really done it. I'm like, AIK, you could loan us something. But everyone's basically playing though, aren't they? We'd take Stefan on loan. See what they say of that. He'd love it here. He'd be like, you're sending me where? Like, Hereford. Right, reserves have lost. Unsurprisingly, Izasaki, AIK were not loaning us one at him. Stranmar are accepting that for Mark. Let's have a look at Ross. It's crazy to me that Trabzonspor are coming in for him. He must have high potential, Ross Harrison. I would have liked us to have grabbed him. Maybe we should still go in for him because he's left-sided. I'm sure Forrest is now working for the MLS. I don't think we're going to compete with them, are we? But let's do it. He's making the Masio move there. Crystal Palace to Sheffield United, the two teams we previously played. Right, we've got another team mired at the bottom of the league. And come on, guys, we've got to have this. Let's get John. John is going to go up front. Shirley's in midfield. John up front. Paul to the bench. Got none of our big agents back yet. Are we going to get Lane back in at right back? But I feel like Perry played pretty well. Yeah, he only got 6 though. So let's get Lane in. No, because he's still on 71. Very, very quickly. Take the shirt back off. Give it back to me man there. Right, here we go. Let's just check what Wrexham are doing. Wrexham are on long ball. And they're in the old sweeper system. Come on, Hereford. Let's start. Let's build another little winning streak. And look, because look, we've not won for a few games, and we've already drifted out of the dotted line, and now we're 1-0 back. Wonder if Scott Huckabee is settled in his new team. Yeah, if he's unsettled, we could get on here. Maybe we need to have a look on the shortlist and see who's actually interested. Because there might be a few players who are now back. Like if Ampadu's not played this year for I think he's at Leighton, isn't he? Could be someone that we could finally bring home. The away form is starting to concern me, though. We're getting a bit of a pasting here from Wrexham. Can't cope with their packed sweeper system. What I'm going to do, if it ever gets us in... Oh, McGovern's gone low. I'm going to drop these guys in. So you guys stay in. We're going narrow. We're missing them out anyway, but If they do get the ball, we want them to be in the midfield, and we're 2-0 down. This is disastrous. I'm going to go 3 up top. Let's get Shirley to the left. Going to try and match them. Is Gez Murphy? I think someone had signed him. Right, McGovern's been taken down. We've got a free kick. Can we swing that over? We can't swing it over. They've got Ian Rush up top for them. That's not fair. So we started quite slowly with that great spell. Now we're struggling again just as we're getting towards the end. So it's... Kevin Russell steps up. I'm done with Wrexham. We've been battered here. We need Big John back. We've not been in this at all. Too many fives. We're getting out-muscled. Let's put Vinny in there. Let's push these lads on. Nick's playing a 5. Seem happy to defend. So we've gone to a back 3 with wing backs. So we've got the width coming from those guys. Rush has just hit the woodwork. It's like, if you're a team struggling at the bottom of the division, playing us at home seems to be exactly what you need, isn't it? We're 4-0 down. So it's another absolute battering away from home. Right, let's have a look at... I want to have a look at this. So the away form has really tailed off. At least we've got those 2 wins. The home form even. The away form is not working. We've only scored 5 goals and we've let in 13 now. We've had those 2 4-0 defeats. I'm thinking... Away from home, we're going to fire in. We're going to fire in a 5-3. It wouldn't be me without panicking and going to 3 at the back. I don't know if we're going to put... I'm like, Vinnie Jones could just play centre-back and push on when we've got the ball. It's a bit flamboyant for this level, but I'm thinking we're going to do that. We've got Rochdale away. Yeah, Rochdale. Right, let's try it against Rochdale. This is going to be the test case. Because I can't lose any more games 4-0 to terrible sides like Wrexham. Right, we've definitely got time for at least 1 game. We might try and sneak 2 in, though. Skilling has rejected the Why has he rejected the contract? Surely they were paying you way more than you were getting there. Lee Trundle. Big 49-year-old. Who is it he plays for? I don't know how you say it. It's like Cumberland Celtic, isn't it? Because they've got the super furry animals sponsor. He's at Southport in the conference. Yeah, he's got the strength. He's got marking of 20. Work rate seems about right. I don't know about Lee. Let's get him on the list. John Norman's back. Right, let's have a look at this guy's Scandinavian search. Do any of them want to play for me though? That is the question. What are we on? We're on attacking. Tell you what, let's go with his suggestion. So you've got Sonny here, but he's got strength of 5. He's not really for our system, is he? I'm a bit disappointed with you, Scott. I know you're working with very specific conditions, but you've not really done what was required of you, have you? Right, let's see how we get on with this 3-5-2. That's not as it is. It's 5-3-2. We've got some wing backs out here, though. Being Trundle and have Mark the keeper. A great suggestion. Right, Naylor is back. Reserves have drawn. Ross Harrison has been accepted. He's been accepted for us as well. No, he's like, I've got choice between Turkey or Hereford. Like, fair enough. The old goal hanger tactic. Right, I'm gonna go for the old full clear here, just to make sure I don't mess up. John's still unfit. Naylor is back. Naylor's probably going to come in. Right, so centre-backs are going to be... We're going to go Teasdale. We're going to go Vinnie, Captain Vinnie. And then we are going to go with... Wright is suspended. Then we're going to go Hobbs. So we've got the experienced man around those lads. Left-sided then, we are going to have probably Hawkins for the time being. Yeah, it's going to have to be him. I'm going to put James in it, right. Now, let's get Parry. Parry to the right. Midfield free. So we've got the two and then the attacking midfielder. So we're going to go... I'm going to go Day... No. I'm going to go Russell McBride. Now, who do I want behind the strikers? I think we're going to keep Shirley. I'm going to drop him in the hole, though. And then I'm going to go Naylor and West. West's moving to that side. I'm going to keep John on the bench. I'm going to keep Day on the bench. And then I'm going to put Paul on the bench because of his versatility. So if I need to. What is wrong with Cross? Cross is back. I want Cross on, actually. Let's see how this gets on. They're on short. They've got Sean Wright Phillips on loan from Man City. He's on a lot of money. Straight away off with the idea of stealing him when his contract's up. We're still on sulk speed, so let's get that down. Let's see, can we at least rebound here? We're going to have this and then one more game. Then everyone will be able to get on with their day. Thank you, though, for joining me. Like I said, the days when I do these streams, I feel like they're good for my mental health, getting to come down here and talk to people about. They have Luke Chadwick. Well, they do. This is it's just unfair. How are you loaning them a £1.5 million rated player? Technically, they did agree to loan me some players. The players were just like, not a chance. Keith Hill has scored. That's his first goal of the season. And we've not really started any better. That's the problem. I'm not panicking. I'm not throwing it away in the first half, though. McBride's had a shot. We need to get back to Celtic. Celtic seem to like me. Celtic and Scottish players. Maybe that's where we go. Who do Rangers have? Malcolm Christie. I didn't pay attention to their team at all. There is Malcolm. On loan from Derby. Just scored. Where were Rochdale? We didn't think it was going to be easy. And it's proving not to be. We're getting a bit of a pasting here. Yeah, they're like a team full of loanies. Richard Naylor nearly scored a goal, though. Could this system be the unlocking of him? First ever goal. It's not been ruled out. Their goalkeeper was totally stranded. Come on, Richard Naylor. Let's be having you. He was like, actually, that was no... And like, look, it's not the time for you correcting me, Rich. You've got one goal in like 6 appearances. We've unlocked him now, though. Jumping 14, heading 10. So he's not a complete target man. But maybe having these players wide, whoosh, whipping balls in. I don't know who's going to take this. It's Big Richard. Coolly sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. He scored one goal. He scored a second. Kevin McBride's playing a 5. This kind of ruined me vibe, dude. Are we going to get McBride on it, wing back? What's Parry doing? Parry's doing a 6. McBride, come on, man. Come on. I'm gonna swap him with Shirley. I feel like he played better in that attacking midfield role. We're going to get Day on. I'm going to give him 15 minutes. You've got 15 minutes, McBride. You're supposed to be a Celtic project. That's who. That Luke. Come on, Richard Naylor hat-trick. Let's grab a point. It's so unfair that they've got this many loanees out here. How many loanees are you allowed? We brought in a couple that I ended up not even needing. Or like, oh, West. Come on, West. No, McBride's still on a 5. You've got to come off. You've got to come off. I can't have that. Right, Day's going to go on for McBride. Russell's doing okay on that side. Let's get Day on. Let's get someone. Day, he might be a young lad. He's got strength of like 13, 14, hasn't he? Oh, Vinnie Jones with a fierce shot. Whoosh. Fizzed one in. They're like first division Stenley. Yeah, I can't believe Rochdale was struggling. If we had a forward like that, especially with my long ball system, I feel like we'd still be up near the dotted line. I do feel it is nice to have scored away from home. It's not great, though, that we've let in 3. But I don't feel like this is a fair test out here being dismantled by their, like, £1 million loanees. What do you have for Masio, eh? I mean, take Owen Morrison. What else have we got? Which Miller is this? Joe Miller. Lee Carsley, friend of the channel, kind of. Was instrumental, wasn't he, in our in one of our playthroughs. Free kick. Dubious decision. Perry steps up. Corner kick. Swing the corner over. West floats it over. Teasdale heads it towards goal. Hobbs has a go at goal. Comes off Mark Williams, and it's not dropping for us. I'm thinking I'm taking Shirley off. Am I going Paul? I'm going to go Paul. West's going to go through the middle. No, West's going to go swap with Naylor. This is it. We're going through up top. It's basically my old Ipswich system now. Oh, West on the volley. Nearly saved us a point. I don't know why I've clicked on that because I didn't want to do that. There's going to be no more changes now. It's up to you guys. I don't want to bring Eiffel on. West seems to have got going finally. Who will you be playing? Will you be playing the Street Rod games? I don't know what that is, Kiwi Gamer. Disappointing. We've drifted all the way back to 17th. Frustrating. Right. It's 18 minutes past. We've gone past my allotted time, but we're on a terrible losing streak now. So we're going to see when this next game is and what it is. And we're potentially... I said I was going for 10 games. We've hit 10 games. Inter have signed Ronald de Boer. Derby are being unreasonable. Right, we've got Plymouth at home. Let's play this. We need to save this first. Let's get back to the system. Naylor, West, Shirley. Yeah, that's mostly it, isn't it? We're going to put McBride back up top, behind the strikers. That seems to be where he did his best work. And then Shirley will come out. As long as everyone's got the fitness, this is what my... Oh, Gallagher's finally back. This is what we're going to go with. A couple of injuries has caused that. Yeah, we've just completely fallen off. Right. Mickey Brown is retiring at least. Oh, no, but Vinny is retiring. He's still going to be on the coaching staff, but Vinny's been a revelation. We're going to keep an eye on Ross, see how he goes on. No wonder he's turned us down, because he's got nearly $4,000 from them. And we were offering him, what, like 800? Let's have a look at the loan list. I feel like the loan list is not as good as like other players you can get on loan, though. Michael Simpson is a £1.8 million player, apparently. Does not look it. Racing game where you do up cars for racing on the street set in the 60s. I don't know. Like I'm more of a football gamer here at the minute. I do want to try and bring in some other stuff eventually, but we've got like hundreds of football games that I own that we've not even got close to yet. That does sound quite cool. I had an Amiga 500 game a bit like that. It was all drag racing and street racing. I have no idea what it was called now. Right, Hereford versus Plymouth. This is it. 17th versus 7th. Like, just full of loanies, these. Concerned about the recent run of defeats. John Norman is back. John Norman's probably coming straight back into the team. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave Naylor because he did get those goals. Hobbs is out, so Hobbs needs to go off there. Probably going to have to bring in... Let's have a look at... Yeah, let's bring this lad in. I'd rather play him than the loanee. So, big day for him. What's Paul's tackling? 7. I want John on the bench. Oh, the guy that I've just tried to put in has got 79. So, sorry. You're going straight back out. I think that's pretty much it. Pretty much everything we can do. Come on, Hereford. We've got to have a win here. Lloyd Owusu up front for them. Short passing. Let's see if we can beat these Greens. Sensible Soccer on the Amiga. Love Sensible Soccer. One of my all-time favourite games, that. Even having to play as West Brom, when I did the series on that, did not lessen the joy. And I'm still convinced that I was getting better at it, and I would have kept them up in the end, but they sacked me. It's okay. We've gone nearly 20 minutes and we've not conceded, though, at least. It's a 9 degrees drizzle. I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time. This is going to be the final game, though, guys, just to let you know. Then I'll go upstairs and sit in a sulk if we don't end this losing streak. We are playing a bit better. Oh, Richard Naylor. I was like, is he going to go on an unbelievable scoring streak now that he's got 2 goals? One of them was a penalty, but it was a coolly taking penalty. And I will take that. Gallagher with a drive. Let's see how Gallagher can do. He did have high hopes for him when he came in. He's basically missed the entire season so far. It is good that we're already on 11 games, though. I do enjoy this type of playthrough where every game is on there, because obviously I don't do that with the other stuff. What is the Lloyd Owusu's stats? He was always one of the good players. That's Phil Gent. Phil Gent's decent. Where's Lloyd, though? Lloyd was always one of those players you could sign on one of the player managers. Like, regardless of what division you were in. I'm wondering what will happen with Football Manager when the Collier brothers retire from gaming. Daily streams is what I reckon we need, Masio. Marcus Jones. They've basically done sod all Plymouth. Then they come out here. They score with their first shot on target right before half-time. That is brutal. I always say, if I won Euro Millions, that's all I'd do. It wouldn't care if we had 11 viewers like we've got now. We were on like 14 at one stage. Even if we had 0 or 2, I'd just be like, people be like, do you know that Euro Millions guy that just plays old football stuff? Right. I'm going to bring Naylor off. I'm going to swap these two around. So West's gone back to the left. Big Norman is on. Norman is back. Let's get him going, hopefully. Ball has run loose. Handballs hit John Norman's. I was like, where is that? And they've scored from the free kick. Is that Matthew Gent? Phil Gent. First ever goal. Really good looking regen. Let's get him on the short list, but they've basically got no chances of bringing him in. And we're going to end with another defeat. So we'll be back hopefully Wednesday. If not, like I said, I'll check and I will push up the community post and I'll set the stream up when I know when it's going to be. Header from Norman. Crowded out though. Yeah, I don't know what the Collier Brothers are going to do. I feel like. Ooh, are we back in this? West has finally scored. Struck from 20 yards out. It does feel like West and Norman are the partnership. If you were going to have a rival for Football Manager, it has to be now, doesn't it? Can we grab a point? I would take a point with how we've played recently. What have we got on the bench? We've got Eiffel. Are we going to bring Eiffel on? Because I know West has just scored, but Vinnie Jones is having a good game. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring Eiffel on. I'm going to leave West on, though. I'm going to take McBride off. Eiffel on, McBride off. Push him in that centre spot. So we've got big man out right. Little strikers through the centre. Oh, Eiffel picks up the loose ball, stabs it towards goal, and it's been cleared off the line. He's nearly got his first goal for us to rescue us a point. Come on, though. Let's rain these balls down on them. Free kick. Parry whips it in. Vinnie Jones bears down on goal. Fierce shot, and it's another save. And McFarlane is now on an 8. I'm thinking striker and goalkeeper. Two things that we need to have a look at. Maybe a killer fullback. And it's going to end with a defeat. And we're 20th. So we've drifted down there. We've got quite a distance over those two at the minute. Can we steal anyone from Hull to put them in even more trouble? They're playing a horrible system. Vinnie Jones is banned. Right, here is our list. We're going to have a look through this. Yeah, good centre-backs. We need at least one centre-back, I think. So we're going to have a look for one centre-back. It'd be good to maybe get Simon back from Macclesfield. And a striker. Goalkeeper, centre-back, striker. I think that's the target for our money. Bring back Steve Evans. We'll have to see how he's doing. But that's going to be it, guys. So thank you very much. Really appreciated people that have dropped by. If you've enjoyed this, please put a like on it, because all the stuff says that that's what will encourage other people to watch it and to be shown it. So if you have liked it enough that you're willing to do that, feel free. No judgment if not, but thank you very much. Having the people chat here has helped me keep me motivated during this horrible losing streak. What have we lost there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games we've lost in a row. So we'll be back with 10th place Rotherham, 15th place Barnet, and 12th place Darlington for the next stream. So thank you very much, guys. Have a great rest of the day. 5 p.m. this evening, the episode of Crystal Palace will be up, where we do have the semi-final versus Roma. So feel free to check that out if it's